The plan for Saturday night was simple. I, a 24-year-old woman, was going to stay the night at my 55-year-old mother's house. I wasn't entirely sure why I agreed to it, as we have been distant for years. But she picked me up around 8:30 p.m. The tension began almost immediately. When she asked how I was doing, I honestly shared that I felt unsupported by my family. Though I wasn't specifically targeting her, she took it as a personal attack. To shift the blame, she began listing concerns she had about my life claims that were baseless, considering I haven't lived with her in 5 years and rarely speak to her. As the argument heated up, she turned the car around to take me home. Out of spite, she refused to let me off at a nearby convenience store, insisting on driving all the way to the house. When we arrived, she threw out a familiar threat to turn off my phone service. I didn't respond. I simply grabbed my bag, slammed the car door, and opened the back to get my 8-month-old puppy. She followed me into the house, screaming about the car door. As I walked toward the dog crate, she suddenly body slammed me. My mother is significantly larger and more muscular than my 110-pound frame. She pinned me to the floor with her legs, restricting my breathing. When I gasped that I couldn't breathe, she simply replied, "I know," and began violently pulling my hair. My grandmother and uncle, who witnessed the entire assault, eventually managed to pull her off me. Once she was forced out of the house, I retreated to the basement and called the police. Emergency medical technicians arrived to treat my soreness and dizziness while officers took statements. My uncle and grandmother confirmed the events. This wasn't the first time this had happened. Less than a year ago, she tackled me in another state, breaking my tooth. I had filed charges then, but she fled before the police arrived. The next morning, my grandmother informed me that the police had arrested my mother. 2 days later, the pressure began. My grandmother is now begging me to call the police and drop the charges, making me feel like the villain in my own family. However, I spoke with detectives who informed me she is being charged with first-degree assault and a no-contact order is in place. I am standing my ground. I refuse to be a victim a third time just to keep the peace in a family that watched me be strangled and now asks me to apologize for the consequences. Am I the asshole for getting my mother arrested?